everybody, today we are making pickled cauliflower or pickled vegetables. Mostly for my pickled cauliflower or cauliflower, if you are my husband, who he says it's his accent, but I don't believe him. I do cauliflower and carrots. Also in the brine that we're doing, it has garlic and onions and some different things as well. So it is awesome for just as a vegetable dish. Pickled vegetables. It is amazing, and I do veggie tacos with them. Excellent, and hopefully keep looking out for that recipe as well. So I'm going to start off first with making the brine. Well, first I have, because the pickled vegetables are water bathed, then I already have my pot on the stove and I already have the water getting hot. Also, check out my videos of just the basics of water bath and the basics of pressure cooking. Neither of them are difficult once you get the basics down. So I'm not going to get into too much of how to water bath in this, but my water bath is on, my pot is on with the water in it, and it's getting hot because I am putting a hot brine in with my hot vegetables. So you want to do, if you're putting hot items in your jars, then you need the water to be hot in the water bath. So first thing that we're going to do is, well, second thing, I guess we got that down pat. First thing, get the water on for the water bath. Second thing, let's get our brine on. I'm going to do, I have a half of a yellow onion, and I have that thinly sliced, and I'm going to put that in the pot here as well. And I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of sugar. Some people like their pickles, they use more sugar. You'll find in a lot of my recipes, I happen to use more salt than sugar, just because that's how I roll. That's how I like it. So, second thing that you're going to be doing is we're going to be doing 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns. And I don't use a measuring spoon. Usually I actually had to dig these out and they have rust on them. But I thought for the video I should try to be as specific as possible. I'm also going to be using ground turmeric. I love ground turmeric. It has so many health benefits, and that's going to be a half a teaspoon of the ground turmeric. It also is going to give it an amazing orange color. I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I am going to actually add more than that to a jar of mine. I have a friend that has requested some very spicy pickled cauliflower. So you can do that a couple different ways. I'm just going to add some extra crushed red pepper in his. You could add actual cayenne peppers that you dice up in there. You could use ghost peppers, anything that you have from your garden. Right now it's winter, so I don't unfortunately have anything left for my garden. But in the summer, you use what you have. Anything that's hot, you can add to it. I'm going to do 2 correction. It is 1.5 cups water with 1 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar. It does have quite a few spices in it, but it is really worth it. You will love it, and it's very simple. This is a pretty simple pickle recipe. And then I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of salt. As always, when you're canning, you want to use a canning salt, a pickling salt, anything that doesn't have iodine, not an iodine, iodized salt. Anyway, it will leave your items that you can really cloudy. And I am going to do 2 tablespoons of salt. Now, let's get this on the stove and let's get this boiling. I'm going to turn that on high. While that is on high, the other 2 things that we're going to put in the pickles is 1 tablespoon. But you know what? It's not a tablespoon. It's a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of brown mustard seed. I get these organic and I get them online. And then you're also going to do 1 teaspoon of coriander seed. And you're going to toast these on your stove. And they smell amazing. So I'm just going to get this in the stove here. I'm going to get this lightly toasted too. I want to be moving it around quite a bit as it's cooking, just making sure that it doesn't burn. And then I'm gonna add that right into my brine as well. Now while that is cooking, you're going to take I cut my cauliflower up into pretty small pieces. I like it that way because I think either whether you're using it as an appetizer or if you're using it in like a taco or something, I like to have it kind of bite-sized pieces. I also added some matchstick carrots to it. I think they taste really good as well. You can really add any other vegetables that you like or that you're growing in your garden. But for this one, I'm just doing the cauliflower and carrots, and then like I said, there's onions in the brine, and then we're adding the garlic as well to it. If you don't have one of these, I don't even know, their strainer or something for cans, get one. They will make your life so much easier. So since I am making a couple of these, I want to make a couple of these extra hot. So I am going to put, while that's still rocking and rolling over there, I am going to put a full extra tablespoon of the hot peppers in 2 of these for my friend. I'm going to make them, I am not going to give him a reason to tell me that my pickled vegetables are not hot enough. In addition to that, then I'm going to put a piece of garlic, a clove of garlic in each one of the jars. Now you can smash it, you can chop it, you can put it in whole, however you like. I just kind of like to just give it a little bit of a smash with the end of my knife. And it just releases all those juices, and just stick them all in the jars. I'm going to check on the coriander, make sure that it's toasting nicely. All right, it is smelling amazing in here, and I am adding the toasted coriander and the brown mustard seed to my brine mixture. Now I'm going to pour this right over top of the cauliflower. I'm going to get a spoon. Make sure that I get some of these onions in here too. You're going to fill it to about a 1/2 inch headspace. So now we're all finished. We're all finished, and we are going to wipe the rims off with a nice clean towel. You can use one of these that gets, or anything plastic running along the side to get any of the extra bubbles out. I actually don't ever do that. I don't know why, I think it seems silly, but I've never had a jar break, but your kitchen, your rules. So I guess if you do that, then you want to make sure that you clean the rim off. Next, another one bites the dust. Put a fresh lid on every time. Don't reuse your lids, but you can reuse your rings. And you want to do the ring on it finger length tight, so that means you don't want to crank it on too high, but you definitely want it to be nice and snug. Now, you are going to take this and you're going to pop it into your boiling water. You want to make sure that it's covered with at least 1 inch headspace. And once the water is boiling, you're going to process it for 10 minutes. Then you can pull them out. You want to make sure, as always, you put your jars on a cloth, on some kind of a cloth. I use my hand towels to let them sit and process for, set for 12 to 24 hours. 12 hours is usually fine with me. Most people say to be safe, 24. And after 24 hours, you have this gorgeous pickled vegetable. They're amazing. Now check out my videos on what to do with these pickled vegetables. Catch me later on Kick Ya in Your Can.